the longer you let it run, the more money you make. That is not true. The market changes, so there are adjustments need to be made,
Right.
whether you trade in Asia, London, or the U.S. market. There just needs to be trade, and just it's not. If somebody has an idea with the longer you let it run, the more money you make, let me know. I'll code it up and I'll put my life savings on it. But it just doesn't happen that way.
Right.
Eddie, while we're waiting for Mick, I think this is something Coach Paul can comment on also because I know he's really big into risk management. This is a P&L from one of the traders. I pulled it up on the screen since we're sharing it. And if you look at the top section, it shows their net P&L, what they made each day. And then we took the P&L high and the P&L low just as a reference point. So of their about 9 days here, they had a P&L of $891. But there's a couple of bangers in here for losses. A max loss, minus 3,000, minus 12, minus 11. And one of the suggestions I had made was, if we have a $3,000 max loss, if we set our daily loss for $300, scale down, size down, we have 10 consecutive losing days before we're out of the account. That's half a month. Okay, that's your risk management side. So what I did was I said, okay, any day, you can see in the bottom section on the right, we have a $3,000 day. If they actually stopped at $300 loss, and then the next one down, $1,200. If they actually stopped at $300 loss, $900 actually stopped, then their P&L would be $1,900. That's $1,100 over, right? So
Order filled.
You're very, very close. You're $1,100 away from your profits here. So scale down, slow down, and this is a perfect example. And this trader, they're doing exactly that. I can see what they're doing. This is from mid last week, and they are making the adjustments. But this is something just to take keep that in mind. And I want to put that up there. You can screenshot if you want, or I'll save it. But just this is your risk. We took this. There's one that's a little questionable because we don't really see. Let's look at the second one down, for example. Their P&L high was $42, so I know they hit $300 before they hit 42. We look at the March 13th. It says 7-Eleven. What we don't really know is if they actually were up 500 or 600 before hitting that 12. So that's a little bit of I want to say guess. But since the P&L high is 7-Eleven and they close their P&L at 7-Eleven, I would venture to say that minus 1,200 was actually they probably hit minus 300 before they made their money. So this is how this was adjusted. This is the reasoning and the logic behind it. So this is all we did. We picked the days out. If you stopped at minus $300 instead of going all the way down, you get a $1,900 P&L instead of one that's under 1,000, under 900 for that matter. So I just wanted to share that as a scale down, slow down, and see if Coach Paul had a comment on it as well.
Yeah, I do. That's very business-like. If you think of trading as a business, if you're running a business, you have to have operating capital. In our case, that's your account balance. In a $100,000 combine, your starting operating capital is $3,000. If you're business-like, you can't lose your operating capital, half of it in one day. It's not, the next day, to make that up, you have to make 100%. So if you're in that mode, you really have to dig deep and understand that number one rule is to protect the capital. There used to be in every trading office in Chicago, there was a poster from the CME written. It was a poster and it looked like the 10 Commandments, but there was one commandment is risk not thy whole wad. And it was in every, if you remember, it was in every trading room, at least that I'd ever been in the city of Chicago. If this is the difference, and we talked about this earlier today, the difference between gambling and good trading or speculation is measured risk. Gambling is trying to beat the odds blindly. Trading or measured risk is taking proper risk, having a plan. What I love that you put that up there. Mine is 12%. So it's roughly $340, $350 on. If you're down that, you're done. It's not working today. If you hit that on one trade, right away your position sizing is too big. So preserving the capital. So we talk about all the time on Top Step is trade for tomorrow. Understanding that. Plus, if you lose 350, the next day it's lower because your capital is lower. So when on the opposite side, if you're in a run where it's working, you can take a little more risk, and that's how you can grow the account. That's fundamentals of trade or account management. That's a great example, Robert.
Great, and that's exactly what I wanted to put. Just keep it really simple. Say in TopStepX, you have your daily limits. You go in the settings. You put your risk in there. This is my personal daily loss limit. Set it for $300. It locks yourself out. You're done for the day. It's literally that easy. And this trade would be up over $1,000 on top of it and being close to being funded. So there's not really. I hate to use the word excuse, right? But there really isn't. If you shouldn't have to go down that far, and it's not necessary because there are days where they're only down $180 and they profited with $756. So there's not a direct correlation. Down to 290 and up by 48. down by 181, up by 198. There's no problem.
Right.
Okay. So if you're just when you're losing, something is going on. Maybe the market isn't built for your setup isn't correct for that market at that time, and you lose. That really bad day. P&L high of $42, and then they lost a limit of $3,000. Imagine if that was
Yeah.
300. You just made 2,700
Yeah.
dollars. Saved it, right? It just that's the way to
Right.
do it. You have the built-in TopStepX. Use the features.
Well, I mean, Robert, the thing is, it all comes down to management. You know, um, Not only managing your account, but you have to manage yourself. Because remember, you're the CEO. This is your company, right? Your account. This is all
Mhm.
on your shoulders. You're pulling the strings. You're pressing the buttons. You're making all the decisions. You're the one behind the grill. You're the one behind the register. You're the one sweeping up. It's all about you and how you manage this. And I mean, once you can get a good grasp on following your own rules too, and not getting reckless. I mean, I'm guilty as charged. I'll trade and I'll get reckless. I'll put a gamble trade in, which I shouldn't. I'll put a trade in, or I'll move a stop, hoping that the market turns around. I mean, we're all human. We all do this, but people like I got to practice what I preach, and I catch myself a lot of times ready to make a stupid move, and then having that second voice that says, "Wait a minute, is this the right thing to do? Is this the good
You get a
thing to
risk.
do? Are you doing something stupid?" And I answer myself, you know what? Yeah, it is pretty stupid. I shouldn't be doing that. You know what? I'm going to hands off it. I'm gonna let it work. I'm going to let it trade. I'm going to let it pan out, because it's my company, my account. I'm the boss. So I
Mhm.
try to the mentality in that sort of helps you make a better decision.
It-
Oh, hey, we got somebody
Speak-
at the door. I hope it's not the police. Are we
Speaking
getting
of risk,
swatted?
Hey,
We're getting swatted.
Speaking of risk,
hey, the doorbell is
Hey,
my cue. Ring, ring. How you guys doing?
hey, Mick, how you
good.
doing, buddy? Haven't
Eddie,
talked to you in a while. My
what's
goodness, this is
cracking?
gonna like
Yeah,
a reunion here. Reunion at Top Step.
Eddie, Paul, Robert, what's happening, guys? Good to see you.
Great
see
to
you,
see
Mick.
you.
Good to be seen. Good to be seen. You can't miss me with the orange hat.
Yeah. You
No,
going
are
hunting?
you hunting or what are you doing? Yeah, you got your
I was
quail.
yesterday. I was yesterday. We went and got some pheasant yesterday. It was a good time.
Really? Okay.
Nice.
Season's winding down, so yeah.
Hogan and me, we went to the shooting range, and I had a brand new Henry rifle, and boy, that was fun.
Oh,
The
okay.
Western. So
Oh,
yeah, we had
lever
some fun.
action. What caliber
Lever
is
action.
that? What caliber is that rifle?
It was 357-38, so I can use either ones in there. And boy, we were hitting those targets. We videotaped it. I got some videotape we'll probably put together at some point. But yeah, I had a good time. Had a good
Were you guys hitting your mark?
hitting
Hitting
March
your
really good.
target?
We were both impressive, scary impressive to be honest with you. So
That's
Wow.
nice. That's
So
nice.
you?
I always wanted one. Oh, sorry, Paul. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just hope you weren't practicing with Dick Cheney. That was my first thought.
So, yeah, I got a
God.
shotgun. Yeah, but Cheney wanted to use it. I said no, 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 no. You go sit
Yeah,
down. You go sit down.
little,
We go wait in
little
the car.
peppered with buckshot in the field.
My goodness.
Nice.
All
Well,
right. Well,
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was going to say we got Mick here today, and Mick, what are we going to discuss here, my friend?
I just want to talk about some trading. I don't have any trading cards right now for you, but I do want to give a shout out to one of our, a few of our live traders. They're doing pretty darn well today. We've got Daniel; he's up 21,000. We've got Ben up about 13,000, and then the top dog for the day, Jake, he's up over 22 grand. Trade the Nasdaq, and his account balance is looking really good. He came in around with a $200,000 account balance. I know he's one of the leaderboard guys, Jake R, and up 22,000 today. It's putting him close to the $250,000 account balance mark. This guy is on day 87 in his live account, and
Wow.
everything's just looking really good here. He's only got 36% winning days, but those winning days are over double what the average losing day is. Good risk reward on a per trade basis. It's a little better than 1-to-1. He's only making 5 trades a day, but that on a per contract basis, he's looking to make. His stats. He's not looking to. He is. These are the results of a huge sample size of trading days. He's taking down $1,500 in profit a contract while only risking $1,000 a contract on the downside. So it's a recipe for everything going well. And you know what? He's not always swinging for the fences. He is a big swinger though. He's coming off Friday, a $42,000 winning day. Prior to that, he had a $30,000 winning day. I will take that back. He's a big swinger. He's a big swinger. All these winners are big. All the losers are big. So he's trading size, but limiting himself to how many trades he's making. He's not swinging size around all day long, day trading. He's looking to catch a piece of the trend for the day. Those hold times, they're over an hour on the winners, and they're close to an hour on the losers. So that goes to tell you that he is scaling in a little bit. He's adding to when it's working for him, and not getting busted out by going all in and then having the market go quickly against him. Otherwise, he wouldn't be spending 40 something minutes in the losing trades when he does find himself in the losing trades. So I know we got off to a late start today, but I really wanted to talk about Jake. He's someone I haven't brought up in a while, despite doing well in this account. He hasn't been on the shoulder tap or the lunchbox trading, I should say now. And listen, the guy's coming close to having a $250,000 account balance in this live account. And throughout his time in the live account, he's good for over $70,000 in payouts. So, we're talking a
Wow.
$300,000, all said and done. And he's spending a lot of time in this account.
Mick, would you consider that he's following a process with those results, or
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's a process for sure, like limiting the number of trades, big risk, big reward, but everything's panning out properly. Like you don't go randomly flailing in the markets and expect to be making money. And he's profitable. He's overall very profitable in this account. So you just don't do that if without a process or a good strategy in place. It'd be pretty obvious to, and I see this a lot, Paul, like it's pretty obvious. Like, I don't know what the process is. What's he doing here? Usually you've got a negative next to a four-figure net P&L, the average, winning or losing days in the account. But, overall profitability, growing the account. If you, consider the 70,000 or so in payouts that have been taken, this guy's making new account balance highs, and he's almost making new account balance highs without that payout as it is. So, this is all good stuff here.
yeah, that
Hey, we got a
that
hot
really
biscuit
sounds.
coming out of the oven here real quick, guys. As I mentioned earlier, Fed's Bostic is speaking. He's mentioning that we won't get back to the 2% inflation until early 2027. The hot biscuit here was Bostic saying, I was at 2 rate cuts this year. Now Bostic only sees 1, expecting inflation to be very bumpy. Talking about we won't get back. I'm sorry, we said that one. We don't really know where the economy is going to go. So there's a lot of uncertainties here in the Feds. The appropriate path for policy has been pushed back. So there are comments coming out here from Feds Bostic. And I'm going to pass it back to Mick. Mick, back to you, sir.
Back to Paul, because I know Paul was in the middle of something
I'm
before we
sorry,
got the
back
hot
to
biscuit
Paul.
out of the oven. Yeah, no problem.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is great having you, Mick, because you see all these things, and then we can preach as coaches, but you're right there at the door. And I'd love to hear this. You can tell immediately if there's process or if they're gambling. So when for our new traders, as you're developing your edge, it takes time. It doesn't happen in one day. You can actually fail and struggle and learn, and then get better. But I think that unless you have that process or a plan, you're very susceptible to randomness. And that's why I love it when you bring this up. You see it all the time, and I really appreciate your perspective on this.
Well, thank you, Paul. To back up what you're saying, I mean, for a newer trader or a trader who's just kind of participated without buckling down and getting serious about it, everything that comes to every byproduct of your trading, be it profits or losses, it is going to some degree be a bit of randomness. And for me personally, and this isn't always the case, there are very few people who ever just get into this business and hit the ground running and don't have failures or make mistakes along the way. I found my process, and my process evolved over time and over time, but it was from this big funnel of failures at the top. So I made a bunch of mistakes, and as I made those, I was good at making mistakes, especially early on. You make those mistakes, but it got to the point where it's like, okay, I identified that I was making the same mistake on multiple occasions. And when you've got real money involved, I was good about getting pissed off about that. The nice thing about getting pissed off and having it sting is the desire to not make that same mistake again. So very good at making mistakes. You got a big funnel of mistakes. Try and figure out where my hands can get into the screen here. Big funnel at the top. You weed out the mistakes and don't replicate the problems that you're having or the mistakes you're making. That funnel narrows up. And when the funnel narrows up, you've basically removed all mistakes that you've made to date. You're going to find yourself making new mistakes with new scenarios, adding size to your trading, trying new things. And, the market environment's always changing. But once you can weed out those mistakes, that is where I got my process. I can't do this. I can't do that. I can't do that. What does that leave me with? And where do I think I can maximize what I have left to operate underneath? And that's where you start to really develop At least that's where I started to develop. But I think for people that are getting into the business, or you've been doing it for a while, and you've got miscellaneous or mixed outcomes from your trading, it's those learnings that cost you money that are going to excel and help maximize those opportunities where you can profit. And there's no magic potion, no special sauce and nobody's got that out there. So once you learn from those things, you kind of you organically pave a path for yourself to follow, and you try things and manage the money well. And that's kind of what
Order
things start to
filled.
click as far as profitability goes, in my opinion and in my experience. People are going to have different experiences and certainly have other opinions too, but that's kind of what I landed on.
I
Agreed.
mean, if
That's
anybody knows, I mean, you are the risk manager. You see everything, everything. You are the eye in the sky. You're our big brother. And I tell you, from just knowing what people are doing, you see the differences. You see the differences in what needs to be done. I had somebody in chat earlier talking about um, funded traders. Now, once you get to that live funded account, and if I have an issue, I have something to do, who can I call?
Risk team's available for everybody trading at the prop firm level, all the live funded accounts. The
Right,
risk team is your main point of contact.
right. I just wanted to hear it from you that yes, they are there for you. And well, I tell you what, Mick, you've been doing this for a very long time. And
10-year anniversary was yesterday, as a matter of fact.
yours was
My
whose
10-year
was?
anniversary with TopStep,
10,
yeah.
10 years,
Wow,
10
there you
years.
go. Yeah,
Big
happy
mine is in a
anniversary.
couple months. And yeah, anniversaries are coming up. Hey, real quick here, another hot biscuit out of the oven here, Fez Bostic. It's unclear if tariffs will be a one-time hit price. Historically, tariffs have meant at a one-time jump in prices, but this time it may be questionable. Okay,
But
let's
before I go, Paul, my the last little rant I went on was kind of in response to a question you had around processes. I'm curious to hear, your take and your experience, on answering your own question that you put out there for everybody viewing.
Oh, absolutely. When that developing a process is winnowing through your failures. So, Ray Dalio of the hedge fund manager, who started in the futures business, by the way, he calls it struggling well. Now,
Okay.
when you struggle well, you learn. When you struggle poorly, you're not in a loop. You're denying what's happening, and you're trying to force things to go your way. I learned that the hard way too on the trading floor. Um, I was trained as an economist, so being in the green room where I started, I would analyze everything about soybeans from the seed to the chicken eating the soy meal and everything in between. And I really understood that part, and therefore this market has to go up. Except when it didn't, I wouldn't take loss. Right? Because that's the difference between being an analyst and a trader. And it took me a long time to go, oh, I'm here to manage my account. Now, I had the great fortune of being surrounded by more experienced traders on the trading floor would just watch me and you befriend them. And then this is why I coach today. They look at you like, okay, kid. And then they give you some principle or some wisdom. And you could just ignore it and go, no, I'm right. Or go, oh wow, I really have to change. Um, so in developing a process for young traders, you're going, like you said, less than, it's very rare that someone just picks this up and runs with it and
right.
orders the Ferrari at the end of the year.
Oh
It
my,
can't happen. But some people win the lottery. Um, so developing that process, and I just want to encourage our new traders or traders that are struggling, is from that struggle, when you define what's not working, you're struggling well and you get better progressively. When you develop a plan that has an edge over time, it's not day to day. And I think that's where a
right,
lot of traders get tripped up is I got to do this and I got to do this now. And then
Mhm.
it's taking big trades trying to make up for that difference. So, but the most common thing in developing a trading strategy is to learn how to fail well, and then you develop good habits. So,
right, right,
Absolutely. The
Right.
failing well, as you were saying that, I loved hearing that. It's taking the mistakes that you've made that generate losses, and it's making those losses while they're debits to your account you're getting something out of them, and that's a learning and angles at getting better.
Right.
If you're not doing that, that money is just wasted. You don't want your the learnings that cost you money in the markets. Don't waste them. There's a lot. There's more to learn from that than there is from profitable trades, that kind of thing. And in any business, when you're talking to someone who knows more about you than the business, they can tell you what they did that went well, that went right, that brought them success. Most people want to hear about where the people that have more information than you, where did they go wrong? What mistakes did you make? So I can ensure that I don't make those mistakes. And if I have made those mistakes, let me not replicate them, that kind of thing. Don't waste your losses.
Well, gentlemen, ending on that note, very well said. I'd like to thank Mick for being with us.
Order filled.
And Coach Robert for all the information, advice, and things that we have shared today. But coming up next, our brand new segment, Rising Star, is shooting on up. Yes, we'll be having Rising Star coming up. Coach Dakota and Anne Marie will be sitting down with live funded trader Riker. Riker has an incredible week in the markets last week, making over $4,000 across 4 trading days, and all in his Top Step live funded account. So this is something new. This is something that we're going to be bringing forward. And the thing is, Rising Star, you can be a Rising Star too. All right. So I challenge
Nick, when you
each
head
and every
out,
one of you.
Yes.
Go ahead, Robert.
Oh, I thought you were done. I didn't want to cut you off. I just want to say, Nick, congratulations on 10 years. And if I was in Chicago, I'd do a day trader cigar with you. I thought you were done. And you had the pause there. So roll it up, buddy.
Jack Schwartz.
Thanks so much. Thanks so much. Have a great day, you guys.
Congratulations.
All right.
Once again, Nick.
Good to be with you, Nick.
We're going to take a time out, and yeah, we'll be right back. So stay tuned, okay?
Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Where I get to in the future, I don't know if I'd be here in this position right now. There's a number of factors factored into it for sure.
That's wise. That's a wise answer.
I think what a lot of traders don't realize that are coming into this prop firm world, and basically echoing what you said, is doing your own due diligence, coming to your own conclusion instead of listening to the thousands of other opinions out there, and then make your own decision. It's like, if I'm going to spend time, my time, my money, my effort, and everything that you're putting into growing and becoming a better trader, where do you want to spend it? I mean, it's the same. I mean, imagine all the time and effort that people spend to choose a college, right? And it's like, what college is best for you? And they spend big decisions. Big decisions are made off of that. And if somebody online is saying this college is the best, I mean, you typically do your own due diligence.
Yeah. You got to find your own way in this business too, right? I mean, it's such an individual occupation that we just have to find our groove. And only after we've been trying to do what somebody else does 50,000 times, when we go, wait a second, that doesn't really jive with me. I'm getting jive. Oh my gosh, that word is so 70s, Eddie.
That dated you.
Right?
Yeah.
If it doesn't sync with you, you're going to toss it out and find something else. And a lot of people are really afraid to find their own way. So you can't do that without all that study that you did. So that's great. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Thank you.
I'm not seeing these markets move. I was hoping to be talking about something that's going on in these markets, and we are flatlining here.
It is very sideways, very choppy.
Yeah. Do you trade anything else? I see you trade the NASDAQ, of course, with micros and minis. Have you experimented in any other markets?
Yeah. So, I mean, when I first started out, like I said, I was really just like, it was like essentially, and I'm a believer in, mastering one. Let me master one first before I move on to others, because me personally, and everybody has a different mindset, everybody has a different view, but how my brain works is if you two charts all at one time and I'm trying to do different things, personally, it kind of messes up my mind. Number one, that I have number three kind of thing, if that makes sense. So I was definitely just firm on mastering one, or at least getting really good with one. And that happened to be NASDAQ just because volatile, it provided moves. It was clear in the way I look at it, and it just made sense essentially. But I did try to branch out. I looked at oil. Oil was another smooth one that I did like, but again, it just goes back to personally, I still feel like I'm learning. I feel like we're always still learning, and
Yeah.
I think there's still more for me to learn with Nasdaq. So although I did, get my toe in the water with oil, primarily it's going to be Nasdaq. That's what I'm trading for the most part.
Nasdaq's addicting, man. Nasdaq is addicting.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
But I
yes,
like that. Too many traders, once they start finding a little bit of success, once they get to a life, they typically ego starts to set in. Them thinking they're one of the better ones and the best, and they kind of fail to keep learning and transitioning and becoming better. They kind of just get stuck, plateau. I think, and it happens with everything that I've seen in my boxing, in the physical aspect, in sports. You just go up and then you plateau. And those that learn how to adapt is able to find further and further levels. The rest kind of just fade off.
definitely,
True.
definitely.
Riker, how do you map your improvement? If you're looking at your trading day to day, week to week, how do you look back and say, okay, here is where I would like to improve my performance? How do you do your homework is the question.
That's a good question. That's a great question. For one, journaling. I know it's sometimes preached, but maybe not more than it should be, in my opinion. But definitely journaling. Not only about the markets or about the trades that you took, but just also about what's going on in life, what's going on in your life, and really just sitting down and having a talk with yourself, writing it down. I have a journal that I always tell my girlfriend that this journal is going to be worth a lot of money one day, and it's
I
just
like it.
because it's all of my thoughts. It's it could be about trading, where I went wrong with the day, or where I really excelled with it. Could just be about life, where I'm at in life, where I want to be in life, and being able to really go back and read those and see the progression. Like, oh dang, last month, I was doing this, and this, and I just wasn't feeling good about it. And then you're really able to almost go to the past and remember that feeling that it gave you, and then work on it from there. Okay, I don't want to feel that. I don't want to feel that again. Um, so in terms of
Excellent.
mapping it, and I would say definitely journaling. I think you start there in order even know what your homework is. Because it's easy to just stare at the charts day to day and maybe not remember the trade you took last week. But if you go back in paper and see the trade you
Yeah.
took, how it made you feel, your emotions going through it, you can remember it essentially. So I
Yeah.
think that's definitely uh, a big piece that a lot of people take for granted, in my opinion.
Big question here. Does your girlfriend read your journal?
No, no. The journal is off limits until it is complete.
Okay.
Oh, I love
Okay.
that.
Okay. Yeah, keep that
Oh
one
my
under
God.
lock
It
and
is
key.
stored away.
Oh,
The big challenge for the next 10 years is keeping that one under wraps.
that's
That's good. That's
hilarious.
awesome. I don't know if I could do it, but a lot of traders don't realize journaling is not just about your trades. It's about you as an individual.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Yeah.
the more you could put out there, I am a personal believer of like having a psychologist. A lot of guys, in particular, I'm not saying guys versus girls, but guys typically have and tend to have a bigger ego and are less willing to go to a psychologist to become a better version of themselves. But journaling helps get that out there. It doesn't have to be like, oh, I placed this trade. This is a good day. This is what Mark was doing. It's like, this is what I ate. This is how I was feeling. This is how much sleep I got. And it could be down those lines because you can see it all the time. That's what traders struggle with in all aspects. It doesn't matter whether you've been live for like thousands and thousands of dollars or you're brand new. Traders struggle with emotions. I struggle. You
Yeah.
struggle. You see traders online
Everyone.
struggle when they have to suck it up and explain a loss. They're like, yeah, I got emotional. It's like, but you've been doing this for so many years
Yeah.
and you're so successful. You're still struggling with your emotions. And it's
Right.
interesting to think that.
Hey, I got a
Yeah.
question here in the chat. But go ahead, Anne Marie. I don't want
Oh,
to
no, no.
change
Go ahead.
direction here, but
No, go
I'm going
ahead.
to change direction with the question. So
Yeah,
okay.
no, I'm ready.
Uh,
Go ahead. Yeah.
Kay Menendez is asking, can we ask Riker about his trading setup? With the success you're
Oh,
having and your mindset is, gosh, in a completely
I
right
know.
place. Um, if you can, when you start your day, how do you start your day and what's your trading setup?
In terms of trading setup, as in like where I take my trades, like do I have a whole, two monitors, this, that, and the other? Is that what you mean by trading setup?
Well, just to get yourself started, what are you looking for first thing in the morning? How are you setting up your first entry?
Okay,
Things like that.
I see. Okay. Yeah. So, if, like I said, if I'm trading New York, mind you, I have adapted to start looking overnight. But whether the markets open, before I'm just marking out my key levels. I'm a big believer in market structure. I don't use any indicators or anything like that. I follow price. I follow the market structure. Are we breaking higher or are we breaking lower? So I mark out those levels. I really use the higher time frame to kind of have that sense of direction for the day or maybe for the week. But since I'm intraday trading, definitely for the day. So I mark out those levels and then I drop it down when I'm entering into an actual trade. Once I get to those more probable levels. Oh wow, what is it doing right now? Is the
Whoa.
volume?
Is that news?
I don't think so.
It looks
Nothing
like it.
screaming over the wire here, except for
A
Does.
nice
Hyundai.
tape on as we're hanging out here. Sorry to cut you off there, Riker.
Sorry, yeah.
No, no,
All
worries.
three. We all went. Wait, what is that?
I mean, this is
I
what we
saw
do
a
as
lot of
traders.
movement
We,
happening.
we wait, and then it moves,
All right,
and then we
I'm
can
digging
see
a
if
hot
there's something
biscuit here.
coming up.
Um, Trump's saying that I may give a lot of countries breaks on tariffs. So if that's the kicker, I thought we knew this before, but just hitting the wire is a hot biscuit.
Mm,
Mhm.
yeah. Well, that's got to be positive, right? We're seeing a bullish reaction. We're kind of breaking out of this descending wedge. I mean, we're starting to see some buyers step in. Can we see a new session high? I mean, it's not power hour. We still have an hour and 20 minutes left in the day, and we're seeing this volatility coming in. On that note, Riker, do you trade this afternoon session? Do you trade during this time, or do you have a set specific time? I
Um,
know you're on a 6-day win streak, right?
Yes, I believe so. Honest, I think 6 days. Yeah, sounds about right. But so for this particular time, I mean, how I trade is I get my one and I'm done. So if that's early in the morning,
I
and
like
mind
it.
you, I follow my setup. So if a high probable trade comes in that I like and that I'm confident in, and it's in the morning, 9 a.m., 10 a.m., whatever time it is, it's in the morning. Once that volatility really kicks in for New York, then I'm gonna take it. And if it TP hits, I'm done for the day.
Do you
I
lock
see the
out?
money on the table. I like to take the money off the table, and I don't like to risk those profits. So for these times in particular, if I didn't take a trade all day today, and I'm seeing movement happen to where it's a probable setup for my strategy, then yeah, I'll take it, and I might have to adjust how long I hold the trade or where I take it to. But like I said, if a setup presents itself, then yeah, I'll take it. And if it's a one and done, then cool. I just walk away and I enjoy the rest of my day.
So like less than 3 trades a day, you'd say.
Um, when I'm following my rules, yes, less than 3 trades a day for sure. No, but
Good answer. Good answer.
yeah.
Do you break them often?
I was just
Say it
going to
again.
ask that.
Do you break your rules often?
I don't do it often. I will say what happens is sometimes I will find myself trying to rush the process. And then when I find myself trying to rush the process, that's when I see subconsciously I'm breaking rules. Like I'm not even realizing I shouldn't be taking a trade when I'm taking the trade kind of deal. I usually
Mm,
snap back really quick and I adjust and I or take a step back. Um, but I wouldn't say I break them often. In the beginning, I for sure did because I was figuring out trading. I had to break my rules to even figure out what rule was actually good for my trading style. So in the beginning, yes, I broke them often, and as we progress, for sure, moving forward, I'm definitely a lot more. I'm a lot more. My friend says mechanical with how I do things, and it's
Yeah.
definitely more step by step process. And close the
good.
What's
charts
your
really
favorite
quick.
time frame?
Ooh, favorite time frame. Mm, for my entries, so lately, because with the volatility, like in the morning, I had to kind of adjust to using a seconds time frame, which previously I
Oh,
never, thought a seconds time frame was something I would ever have to use. But when it got to a point where I would want to enter, I'd have to risk so much, and my stop loss would be way too far. I had to refine, and I had to refine my entries, and I found I had to do that by going into the seconds time frame. So lately, it's been really spicy on the seconds. So I do like the 15 or even the 30-second is pretty modest. It's the slower of the seconds time frames for sure. So I do like that for the entries, and for
Order filled.
just overall direction, intraday at least, I'd say definitely the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Those tend to give me a lot of those tend to give me a lot of confidence in where we're going to be going for sure.
Nice.
Yeah,
From seconds to the 4 hour. That's a
I know.
dramatic difference. Yeah, it's insane during the New York.
It's a lot, but
Insane.
yeah.
No, I understand what you mean, especially during this volatility when you need to get in, get out, having the stop loss, understanding the risks. It makes sense. I like the 100 tick chart during my slow markets class. Maybe I do like the 1 hour then 5 minute, but then during the New York session I zoom in a lot more. But always keeping in mind those higher time frames, which it sounds like you do for sure on your trading. That you've adjusted to it and you're still looking at those higher time frames.
Yeah.
Do you ever find yourself getting out too early if you're in a trade, or do you always hold it?
Right back.
That's a great question. So, usually I find myself how I trade, like I said, is very, my take profit is, I do base it off structure a lot, but my take profit is usually the same amount, or I try to make it the same amount every time. So with that, especially with the volatility that's been happening, last month and some of this month, my take profit is definitely less than what the full trade goes to. But again, it just comes back to less than I want, more than I need, and I'm okay with walking out with what I walked out with, because the move that I might take and where it goes to still tends to be, it might be longer than other people who hold it. So I think everybody has their own, I guess, duration that they hold the trade for, and how long it goes. And I tend to be content with what I'm at until I'm at a point where I know I can scale up and I can take that risk of holding it longer or properly trailing the stop loss further, kind of deal. So it's kind of just I'm okay with what I leave with, essentially.
Awesome. I mean, it looks like we're getting tape bombs left and right. Trump is definitely talking. You've seen over here, I have this 100 tick chart
biscuits.
where we just
You're interested.
jumped up, consolidated right back
Give
down,
it to
right
us.
back up. It's
you want butter or gravy? Well,
I was just going to say, bring it with butter.
With butter.
Anyway, go ahead.
I mean, these are things that we've heard, we've talked about, but they're just hitting the wire here again. Blown the dust here. Not all tariffs are going to be included on April 2nd. Okay, we knew about that. Tariffs are doing business with Venezuela will be on top of the existing tariffs. He's going to announce additional tariffs over the next days on auto, lumber, and chips. And we're not talking Chips, the TV show with Punch and Baker. We're not talking chips, Dorito Ranch flavor. These chips it was a federal statute enacted by the Congress, signed into law, which it's a roughly $280 billion in new funding to boost domestic research and manufacturing of semiconductors in the United States. That's what that was all about. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, I'm watching the wire here, and I think this might be what is sort of kicking up the dust. Back to you guys.
I mean, that makes sense. What would have been fun these last few months is a drinking game. Whenever Trump says the word tariffs, I mean, that would make for some good TV on air. Who's ever on air has to take a shot whenever Trump says tariffs.
Okay.
Oh man, this is just something else to trade this market, and you can't predict this kind of stuff. It's so unpredictable.
Yeah, true.
Be drunk by noon.
True.
That's all I have. I know that I've been keeping an eye on the chat. So has Eddie, talking about traders doing actually well in this market. I was lucky enough, just like yourself, Riker. I took one trade. I'm done for the day. I'm going to go ahead and hit this lockout button, confirm my lockout all day. I was kind of hoping for some more movement. I didn't get it, so I have to be content, happy with what I have now. Any last comments that you have, Riker or Anne Marie?
No, I mean, thank you guys so much it's been a pleasure talking with you guys and, understanding a little more.
Nice.
I have to say, Riker, we meet a lot of people in the trading space. You have a very still spirit. And I'm sure that's got a lot to do with how you focus and drill down and do what you have to do. And I have loved the birds from the forest chirping in the
Was
background.
that from
I'm
That's
sorry. I didn't know
fantastic.
they were that loud.
Oh, wow.
They're fantastic. Yeah.
I've enjoyed
they're
it.
Yeah,
I've
they
fantastic.
are
really,
complimentary. Yeah, compliments.
yeah.
I'd love to get you back here again. It would be great here. See
Yeah,
how you're doing and your progress.
absolutely. Yeah, great
You've
Definitely.
vibe.
opened up
I
a
would
lot
love to be
of
back.
eyes here. Yeah, you turned on a lot of lights. One being mine. So good stuff.
Good. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Bring the birds too. I'll always love hearing that. Makes trading in that type of environment is also
I
good for
know.
Bring
your
the bird.
psyche.
Yeah.
I'm sure it
Yeah.
is.
You can't beat it. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Mm-hmm. Going through some of this. Well,
Right. So we've
I
got
tell you what.
go ahead.
I was gonna say Andre's job cannot be overstated.
Yeah,
To find
for
things and
sure.
conversations. I gotta give him a big shout out tomorrow morning when I'm on with Andre. This is fun. I really enjoyed it. Being a host of a whole segment, I do it in my slow markets, and it's taken a while, but doing it with you and doing it here on air is always fun. Now back to you, Eddie.
I appreciate that. And once again here, Riker, thanks for being with us here all the way in
Yeah.
Costa Rica. Enjoy the weather because here in Chicago, I think it snowed yesterday, and then we had thunderstorms the
Again?
day before, and I think a monsoon is coming
Man.
tomorrow. So we'll watch there. But great to have you, Riker. Like I said, your head's in the right place, and a lot of traders, we need to figure
Yeah.
this out. Took me a while before we did
Super
that. So
impressive.
congratulations to you. We'll get you
Yeah.
back here again. And of course, Dakota, you do a great job, man. You're a natural born host. And of
Yes.
course, Anne Marie
Yeah.
just
Great
brightens
job.
the day, any kind of weather we've got, Anne Marie brightens it up. So we're gonna take a break here, but before we go, I was gonna do jab, jab, jab real quick here if we can. Is my camera? How's my camera? Maybe I need to sit back a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. Anyway, jab, jab, jab. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do jab, jab, jab here. Let's see those top step traders who are making those jabs count. Stephen L., I just passed my first. Yes, combine. Let's go, baby. Thanks, Top Step. We thank you,
Order
Stephen, for
filled.
sharing that. Sabu Sadu finally passed the combine. Finally, in the new dashboard. Thanks to you, Mo, for confirming crude trade, and that I was looking for, and it worked out like a charm. Yes, Mo will probably be talking about that when he comes on next. Pete, 369, 1K on the XFA today. Let's effing go. That's the way to do it on the XFA. Way to go, Pete. Thanks for sharing that. Mr. No Nick made 50 points. That's nice for being late at the desk on Monday. So I am chilling. Yes, it's a great start for a week. Thank you, Mr. No Nick. I am a naughty B. I locked myself out. I'll wait till 5 on green for the day. All right, good celebration, Nadia. You keep that up. And you're being a smart trader, being a very smart trader. And last but not least, Kashif Ali. Okay, traders, done for the day. $2,100. Have a great trading day. Thank you, Kashif. We appreciate that. And that is it for our jab, jab, jab. Remember, post that. If I did miss you today, I apologize. But trying to catch as many as I can. So keep that up. Keep sharing.
Order
Either it's
filled.
good or bad. Right? Remember, when you do post good, of course. When you do post bad, you make yourself responsible for that. And keep it up. Keep sharing what you're doing here at Top Step. Also, we've got a lot of new people here from earlier that did not hear the announcement. We've got the up pinned to the top. We got our 150K subscriber group coaching giveaway. We promised you that we would have something for you. And what we're doing is we've hit the 150K YouTube subscribers. and we couldn't have done it without you. We thank you very much for being part of Top Step Trader team. If you want to call it, I know early in the morning, a lot of people say, "Good morning, family." And I'm very happy to see that people think that people know that this is a trading family.
Order
and,
filled.
Try to watch out for each other. We want to see success, the best that we can provide, and you coming here and celebrating with us. So we're giving away a trader community the chance to choose from any of our 11 top step VIP coaches. Okay. So you can pick anyone you want. You're not going to get assigned to one. You can pick anyone you want. And it's a free 3-part group coaching series focused on technical analysis, risk management, and mindset. So all the coaching sessions are going to be held in our Discord channel. So if you don't have an account yet, we're going to drop a link in chat for you to click on and create your free Discord profile. Did we do that already? I think we will. We'll get that link in there to enter. Now we click the pinned link up top here. That's the one that says Top Step in yellow, 150K subscriber. Once you get your Discord name, all right, you're going to need your Discord and Top Step usernames for this one. So if you don't got Discord, sign up first for Discord. Once you get your Discord name, then you come back. That link is going to be up there all day. We'll probably have it up there all day tomorrow and so forth. So all sessions are going to be held in Discord. So to enter, click on that pinned link in the chat. Fill out the form below using, once again, Top Step and Discord usernames. Once you're in, we're going to email you next week with all the details about your exclusive VIP coaching session, and we'll do that. So we're going to leave this form pinned for the rest of the day. So get off your butt and sign up. And that's what I've got here right now. And I think that's all we've got. We're going to take a break real quick. And coming up next, yes, we do have. What do we got coming up next? We do have. I have it right here. My goodness. Did I just close it out? Son of a bee. No, I've got it right here. I'm kidding. We got Andre Doby and Mo Mohammed coming up for Power Hour. And let's see how Mo did on that crude trade. That was a very good trade. I know he's going to be talking about it. I know he's coming in positive. So stick around. We'll be back in just a few minutes. And stay tuned, would you please? Okay.
Stay tuned.
Short in the ES right out of the gate here. Jay said we do have a number in about 15 minutes. I'll hit up Eddie here in a minute. Let's just see how this open goes. Dakota's got the bull behind him, looking for that pullback. Like you said, we are up 1.5% coming into this open. On the reopen yesterday, came in gapped up a little bit. Anyone know what that gap close would be to the downside in NASDAQ and ES, if they have that offhand?
Yeah, NASDAQ, it's going to be all the way down to these 970s.
970s.
We have a ways to go if traders think we're going to fill that thing. I
Casual 200, 300 points, Dakota. It's no big deal. It's just NASDAQ.
We can see that though. It's not out of the ordinary, Dobie. We could sell off 300 points in it really fast.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, we can.
We're starting in that direction.
Gap fill in ES 5722. Is that correct? See in the chat. We'll double check that. Anyways, let's get right into it here. Dakota had everyone's pretty much flat coming into the day. Mm-hmm. Oh, Eddie, while I got you here, we did hear Jay say we got numbers coming up in 15 minutes, or about 13 minutes now. Eddie, what numbers do we have? What's he talking about?
We today 845 is what he's talking about. We got the U.S. Service PMI flash. We also have the manufacturing PMI flash. We got the composite.
Keep messing that up, Eddie. My bad. What's up, Peter Tuckman? It wouldn't be Monday if we didn't have the Einstein of Wall Street, the most photographed man on the New York Stock Exchange, and coming to you from Wall Street Global Trading Academy. Joining us on this Monday, Peter Tuckman's making quick and easy. Bulls are back in right now. Looks like we're not paying attention to the tweets as much. We're just kind of grinding higher, Peter. Go ahead.
Let's break it down. So we talked Friday, and I told you I thought that the buy order was going to come in and we would close at the high of the day. We had a beautiful intraday reversal, and it was a function of the option X, and it was a function of the S&P rebalance. And it was a function of the fact that the market is sort of done, selling off. I think it started on that day. If you go back to Wednesday of last week, when the Fed came on during his press conference, he made it super clear that he didn't think that whatever impact that the tariffs are going to have on the markets are going to be as bad as everyone thinks. And if in fact they are going to have an implication on the markets overall in the economy, that he felt that they were already priced in and baked into the market so far. That meaning that the last 4 weeks sell-off that we've had is basically all the pain that we're going to experience from the tariffs. It's all in there. Now, I know that, while he was saying all that, and that's when the market actually, it was 2:47 in the afternoon. That was when the market literally reversed completely and we ran up 94 handles on the S&P. So it was just a clear, the runway was clear and the market loved it. And it was just like, oh, wow, fantastic. That's all the pain we're going to have. Let's buy this friggin' market. Let's take advantage of what we got here. Everything's still on sale. So that was, we started to see it the Friday before when the market reversed. We had a couple of up days that week, and so at the end of the day, today's market is spectacular. It's literally a function of the fact that over the weekend, it was made clear by the administration, that it was a bit of a soft landing statement. It was just like, that whatever's going to happen on April 2nd is not going to be as bad as everyone. It's going to be very pinpointed tariffs. It's not going to be this huge swath, and it's not going to be as bad as everybody thinks. It's going to be just a little gentler. And that's just what the market wants to hear. I think the market is willing to accept the fact that this tariff thing is reality. What it looks like, we don't know. How they're going to unpack it, we don't know that too. But I think the days of him, really sort of, sparring with everybody are sort of over.
Right.
Maybe someone told him, dude, you single-handedly, fucking eviscerated the stock market from February 19th until a week ago. And, you may not want to. All your friends are angry at you because their 401k is now a 201k. So that's kind of where we're at. And, at the end of the day, fascinating enough, while Jay Powell was talking in his news conference, Trump was on Truth Social telling Powell what to do. He was saying, so enough is enough. Can't you see what this market's doing? You better cut rates. And I think it was sort of this weird posture
Order
with the little
filled.
boys in the playground. Powell, even though I thought maybe I was trying to manifest a sort of a surprise, cutting rates, it was like, I'm not cutting rates no matter what because he wants me to. So I think the two of them are sort of playing, playing a game with each other. He wants to be the new sheriff in town, and he's saying, nobody tells me what to do. And historically and legally, there should be a complete Chinese wall between the Fed and the Oval Office. They're not allowed to even talk to each other. So that's the reality. So, I know that he doesn't follow the rules. Professor Orange doesn't follow the rules. He's got his own rule book. But anyway, today's market sort of just says that, let's unleash the bulls, right, and let's buy. I think everyone should just think of, if we look, I want people to be able to look back at this day, where we are today or the last couple of days, and look back.
Order
and hope that
filled.
this was an opportunity rather than a chance to sell the market and things get worse from here. I'm hoping that this was an opportunity to buy the market and that things are a lot better going forward. Anything can happen. He could change his whole narrative once again. He could get all, pissy and prickly, and that may happen. I'm sure we're going to see that again before the end of his administration. But for now, I think we're sort of letting the market rally.
It's true. Mr. Tuckman, before we get you out of here, I know you're a very busy man. Wall Street Global Trading Academy. Let us know what's going on over there. You and David Green, we see you guys here every week. Wall Street Global Trading Academy. Wrap that up. Then we'll get out of here. Quick break with Hoops for the VIP Lounge. Wall Street Global, Mr. Tuckman, go ahead.
VIP Lounge. So listen, Wall Street Global Trading Academy is the academy teaching technical analysis and risk management. We have collaborated with TopStep. You guys have a great platform to trade. We've got the ultimate educational platform teaching everybody the rules, the 5 secrets, the fucking 10, excuse my language, the 10 commandments of love when trading the market. Have a plan when you get into a stock. Have a stop order on every stock. Take a profit when you can, not when you have to. Having a bad day, turn the machine off and go home. Know when to stop trading when you're making money. Know when to stop trading when you're losing money. These are the rules that differentiates a successful day trader from a not successful day trader. You have to realize the futures are trading so beautifully, technically, that if you follow those rules and you use stop orders and you take profits when you can, and when you hit your goal for the day to turn the machine off and go home, time is the one component we can't get back. That's the stuff you got to do. Discipline, consistency. That's what we teach at Wall Street Global. Go check out WSGTA.com. We had a masterclass last week, trading in the new world of Trump. It's available now that we recorded the masterclass. It's 2 hours long. If you go to wsgta.com or the link in my bio and also on Instagram, you'll be able to watch the whole masterclass for free. Go check it out and enjoy it. We talk about Top Step, talk about trading futures, and talk about how cooperative the futures market is trading technically. So check it out. Boom.
You the man, Tuckman. Oh, good stuff. We got VIP Lounge coming up next. Got Hoop and David G in the house. Tuckman, see you on Friday. Get that MOC call on Friday. Mr. Tuckman.
Check it out. Bye.
All right, VIP Lounge coming up next. Real quick. Bye.
Top Step, and they were saying it's the best prop firm to go with. So I started trading with Top Step. These
Yes, it is a VIP lounge. Joining us, making his debut on Top Step TV, the man in the middle, a pit raider of Coach Hoop's Pit Raider team, David G in the house. David G, first question I like to ask, for those making their debut, Top Step TV, how did you find Top Step and how did Top Step find you?
I actually found Top Step through a Discord community that I'm a part of. Started trading futures only 2 years ago, actually, and it was because of these guys in this Discord that kind of introduced me to it, the whole prop firm space, and they kind of told me about Top Step, and they were saying it's the best prop firm to go with, so I started trading with Top Step.
Sweet. Discord, yes. Hoop, you see Hoop in Discord, you see Hoop in fast markets.
Oh, yeah.
Slow markets, you see him in opening call, you see Hoop everywhere. Slinging cattle this morning, Hoop. Man, the markets have changed. We're talking about equities. We slowed down a little bit, riding up and to the right, Hoop.
Yeah, and I think everybody overnight was trying to get that gap fill, and they didn't get it. So now it's just up and to the right. And boy, did that bring! I said that to you in chat. Boy, did that bring back memories of the summer. So that's our state for today. Up and to the right.
Up and to the right, indeed. We got David's XFA coming into the VIP lounge.
Order filled.
XFA. David, I want to get to know you as the trader. The people want to get to know you as the trader. Talk to us about your style, products you trade, time frames, all that good stuff, David.
Yeah. So I'm actually an ICT trader. So I trade fair value gaps. My model that I like to take is actually the inverse fair value gap. So what I normally do to start the day is I start looking at the different levels, weekly down to the daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, 15 minute, etc. Then I basically look for taps into these higher time frame gaps, and then I look for inversions of fair value gaps off of that. Actually, there's kind of a good example of one that's just right over there. Yeah.
Quick, David, yeah, when you talk about prices, make sure you actually call out the specific price for those that are listening on the radio. Go ahead, please.
Got it. So this morning, actually, I was looking at this one earlier. So price level being this fair value gap at 353. We invert this 1 minute after we tap into the 5 at 350, and we kind of just rocketed up straight from there, as you can see. But those are kind of the basics that I look for as far as my trading model goes.
Inverse fair value. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes. Inverse fair value gap. Yeah, is my primary trading model. It's pretty much the only thing I trade. I use VWAP every once in a while. I have the VWAP on my chart right now, but again, that's just kind of for the VWAP level that I like to see. But yeah, I'm a IFVG inverse fair value gap trader.
Okay, very good. How often, on average, of course, there's an exception. Don't want to generalize too much. How often do you see that setup play out?
Order filled.
Recently with with the tweets and the hyper volatility as opposed to now? Are you seeing more or less setups as opposed to 2 or 3 weeks ago with that strategy?
Oh man, as opposed to a couple weeks ago, it's been a lot harder to trade, to be honest with you, just because, like you said, the news and the tweets have kind of been all over the place. So it takes a little bit more patience. I mean, I am actually currently still in drawdown because of those tweets. As there's sometimes that those things you just get ran through sometimes, but that's just kind of the name of the game. It happens.
It does happen.
But,
It does indeed.
but yeah, no, you'll see setups play out multiple times a day.
Yeah, we got London close in 5 minutes here.
Man, Eddie, you are all over. Thank you, my friend. Yes, let me close in 5 minutes. Seeing some light headlines coming out of the White House. Nothing earth-shattering right now. And, Hoop, it does feel like, it's going to be up and to the right. Hoop, I want to ask you, how just sell off there? What just happened? NASDAQ's down. NASDAQ down 50 points.
What was that?
I don't know. NASDAQ just saw a sell-off. S&P seeing a little bit of a sell-off as well. About 10 points down in the S&Ps. 50 points down in NASDAQ. Yes, it is. All is quiet. All is calm. And then, boom, that hits you from speaking. He's all over that. Okay. I know. Hey, troops, for real. Nothing earth-shattering, and then that happens. I know. That's what happens with these markets.
Order feels like a rollover tape bomb right there.
Damn, that one just...
At least that was small.
This one just hit the wire here. A little hot biscuit. Trump says we'll be announcing cars and pharma. So, find out where that's going to head.
Speak of the seriously, Coop. How about that? Live TV. What else could you ask for? I know. All right, David G. Any type of, perhaps any price levels of interest that you're looking at, or are you just reading it in real time?
Reading in real time, but right now what I'm looking at actually would be where we were coming out of this. It's actually a big weekly fair value gap we're coming into. The price starting at 356.75, and we're kind of rejecting out of this weekly. So I mean, right now, what I'm actually literally looking for the rest of the week would be a sharp rejection downward. In fact, so I mean, real time price levels that I'm looking at right now. If we continue to move down past VWAP and through this 1 minute at 335, I will start to perhaps looking to get short. Moving down perhaps even to London lows, which we have marked out at 20,140, would be I'd be interested in taking shorts right now, honestly.
David, do you look at the volume at all?
Not a lot of volume. I look at VWAP, but not so much like volume profile.
Okay, curiosity.
It looks like we did get a little bounce off of VWAP there.
Short. All right, looking for a short perhaps. 20,356 last trade. On that headline, we went from 380s to 330s like that. In the ES, we went from 58.18 to 58.08 like that.
Like that.
Just like that.
I think the only thing I'm curious about, there's just not a lot of volume in this. You guys are talking about it early, Dre. This is up and to the right and very, kind of marching away. But man, there's just, once again, the only sell side, where's it been at, Andre? Again.
Offers, upside. Offers, all the papers been the upside.
Yep.
Eddie, I think we got, all right, starting to see some headlines hitting here. I think Eddie just touched on it. Trump, we will be announcing tariffs on autos, aluminum, and pharmaceuticals in the very near future. Again, the market didn't just get completely smoked. We are seeing some selling, yes. So we would be in the red. Deep in the red.
Commerce Secretary reiterating that April 2nd launch of the External Revenue Service and comments tariffs will keep the U.S. taxes low. It's coming from Trump. So we get some hot biscuits, warm biscuits, I would say. Really nothing that's sort of skewing the market. Thank you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie. All right, the London close in 10 seconds. We're going to see some more headlines out of the president. Again, there's in the very near future. We're going to keep an eye on these 20,335s. David last trade, 20,338. Now 339s trade. Perhaps looking to enter into a short and then perhaps test London overnight lows of 20,140. All right, talk to us, David. We're starting to see these 330s print now.
We are. So we actually just did inverse a 5-minute gap that is very promising on that end. And then we do have this 1 minute going, which I want to wait this candle out and see what happens here. And I may enter short, but it looks like we're bouncing up a little bit. Again, we're bouncing up off of that VWAP there, which we'll see here how this candle closes. And I may enter a short here at 335 would be the level I'd be looking to go short at.
Okay. Last trade 333s. 338s.
Yeah. So since we didn't close under the gap, I'll still wait this out, as I don't want to front run it and get smoked. So I would definitely wait this out and see how we play out here, especially if we continue to reject off of this 5 minute here, and we can
especially
get a
counter trend. That's the
yeah, exactly. That's the thing, is since it is kind of a counter trend trade, I want to be more cautious on this one. I don't want to, especially with this candle, how it's kind of really just pumping straight up on the 1 minute here.
We'll see how
it is a good rejection off that 5 minute. But again, I'll always wait for the inversion to play out. I don't like to front run it and just assume that it's going to happen.
So are you willing to sacrifice trade location to have more conviction in the direction of the trade then?
Yes, I will. I definitely would wait for a good 1 minute confirmation on this one. So with this, if we close down even below this 330 level, I would probably take it right there.
On the 1 minute.
Yeah, on the 1 minute. I take all my entries usually on the 1 minute. Especially I wait for the taps into the higher time gaps, like 5 minute at 3:45.25, and then since we do have this 1 minute down here, it started at 11:51 at 3:35 level. So if we push down past that, I would definitely take a short here at 3:35, but we're kind of just bouncing around on the 1 minute right now.
There's 400 down there at 03 on ES, Andre.
ES 03s?
Oh, I'm looking at MES. Sorry.
Oh, MES. Okay.
Yeah.
There's pretty thin on the ES.
Nothing. There's only 100 lot ES. There's nothing, man.
Nothing right now. Oop.
Besides the algo bebop.
Yep. I mean, typically a couple weeks ago, that headline would have really sent us really cooking lower here. It's we got the 60-point sell-off in the NASDAQ, 10-point sell-off in the ES. Just feels as if we're a little bit more callous, a little bit more numb to some of these headlines coming out. I mean, we look at the tilt right now, 69% short ES, 50-50 the NASDAQ, 50-50 in the crude, 50-50 in the gold. Just a little bit. Books are thin, Jay. Yep. Good call, Jay. They are getting thin. We saw those 100-lot algos coming in there, and they've disappeared now that we've started to see.
Just wonder if some of that covering was the Euro close too, Andre. A little bit too. Yeah.
Hoop, bring the heat. What's up, Hoop? Monday. Love it, man. $69.10 in the crude. David G, perhaps eyeing a short. Back above the 335s, now to the 340s. Was that an awesome dip to buy right there? Oh, Hoop, I was going to ask you. When you say it's counter trend, okay, are you looking what time frame are you looking at to determine the trend, and at what price would we have to break beneath in the equities or NASDAQ, for instance, that we are now out of the trend? Is my question for you.
Because I use range charts, I go more off of swings than time frame. So I look at levels like 58 even. I have to bring it up to my other one here.
All good.
I can show it on this one. I think ultimately I'm still kind of staring at VWAP a little bit. And I just, I get scared when I see this up and to the right after the summer. I want to, it's very hard to get in, and you feel like you want to short it, but that's short-lived. So these days I'm super cautious, man. That I still think the long, you just got to pick your spot where you get in. It seems too reflexive,
big time.
Yeah.
This has changed. That tweet would have
really 20 handles easy.
Yep. And now it's just a nice, well, the time being looks like a nice
soaking them in. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, soaking it in. I like that.
Yep.
David G did not take the short, right? The patient's paid.
No, I did not take the short.
Order filled.
It's wise. And we have Bostic speaking later on this afternoon for those in the Midwest, I should say. I'm starting to see some more headlines from the president, or see some footage, I should say. Again, 5809 last.
How many trades you typically take in a day, David? Would you say?
Normally I shoot. I mean, honestly, I like to only take one trade a day, but typically I'll be in the 2 to 5 range.
Okay.
On some days it's a little more depending on what price gives me. But the other thing I do like to do is I do like to scale in and I like to scale out. I think on the dashboard it counts every contract you take off as a single trade. But let's say if I scale into 2 or even 3 contracts, I'll try to scale out of them as we move up so that I can leave at least one running contract to try to snap up a little bit more and not leave so much on the table.
Mm-hmm.
But, in essence, I do kind of like scalp trades.
What's a scalp to you?
Good question. Who was just going to ask?
To me, anywhere from like 2 to 5 minutes.
Yeah, it's mine. About the same, 5 to 10. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I can hold a trade longer than that, I think that's something that I need to work on is holding trades longer. As I feel like sometimes if I do take profit, say in that after about 5 minutes and I get to a level where I scale one out and I might leave a running contract in, I feel like I get hit break even, or not even break even a lot. I feel like that sometimes I just move I'll move my stop into profits, but I do it a little bit too soon. Whereas if I left it at break even level, I really could let the trades play out more and not get stopped out so often on those ones.
Yeah.
If you do, okay. So you trade micro ES, micro NASDAQ? David?
Yeah.
So what's your default size? What do you enter in with typically?
So that depends on how many points I need my stop loss to be at, honestly. If the stop needs to be a little bit wider, then I will go with a lower amount of contracts. As right now, since I've been trading out of a little bit of drawdown, my the amount that I'm willing to risk per trade is 150 right now, especially because I'm trading out of this drawdown. So if I need a wider stop, then I may only enter 1 or 2 lots. Whereas if it's a little bit tighter of a stop, I'll look for 3 to 5.
You phrase that interesting. What I need my stop to be at. My stop to be at. Explain that as opposed to why do you need your stop
order filled
from one trade to the other?
Because I look at it more as for my stop loss anyways, the dollar amount. So if it's 150 and my stop needs to be a little bit wider, let's say, for example, I can even kind of frame it like this with this risk reward tool here. So for me right here, I would probably put my stop right above this swing high. So that's like 27.25 points. And then what we're looking for would be these lower levels down here to retest some of these levels down here that we kind of broke through. So at 27.25 points, what I could risk there, like 3 lots. And then we'd be looking for this lower level, which is, I mean, that's 100 handles. So, I mean, on that, risk reward is really, really good, especially if we're going to take, say, the first lot, maybe scale out at this 313.50 level. And then as we continue to move down, I'd look to scale one more out at 275. And then I'd hold the last one as a runner. I mean, I would be looking for this London low. And
hey, 35's incoming, David. 35's incoming.
Yes, it is.
50.05. Let's trade in the ES. Dave, let us know if you do take this. I'm going to throw it to Hoop right now. Hoop.
I'm still looking to take along even.
Trend.
58 even ES. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not going to. At least I can manage the risk on there too.
I saw you. Yeah, Hoop. We're talking. I'll see if this plays out. Start to see a little bit more selling here. 58.03 in the ES. 4,400 people watching all across the globe. Right now, click like, follow, and subscribe. David G coming in hot on the VIP Lounge. Hoop in here as well. Of course, the Pit Raiders. Got that link pinned at the top of the chat. Sign up for your exclusive 3-part VIP coaching session from Top Step.
Get down to 01. I'm going to take it.
Okay, 01.
MES. Trading a 50K combine. I'm kind of at the profit target today. I'm about $1,000 in that. So consistency profit target. You got to watch. You don't want to get too juicy on making too much in that either.
2,325 in the NASDAQ. These guys are talking about VWAP. I think they're talking about New York session VWAP, correct? Not overnight? Or are you guys talking overnight?
I typically time mine to Globex.
Okay, I have not New York session.
Yeah.
Hoop in the ES. I have it at 57.93, 57.94. Yep. Oh,
mm-hmm.
In New York, David, what do you have? NQ, New York VWAP.
Is at what, 318.81.
Okay.
So I may take this on a retest depending on how we move up here. I'm gonna I'll put in a limit. I'm gonna limit in one here, and then look for a limit test on this little order block right here.
For sell, we are seeing 71% short ES, 71% short NASDAQ as well. Average price in the NASDAQ, 20,000. For the shorts, that is 20,321. So right about here. Average short for the 71% short in the ES, 58.05. So right about here. So oil sell off a little bit there. Let's trade $69.01. Gold looking a little heavy, 30.13. Low day, 30.09.
See if we get a tap in here. But yeah, this is something I'm willing to take a jab at right here.
Let us know.
We are filled on one at 335 and filled on the next one. So short 2 right now.
What's your average price, David?
My average price is 336.25.
Short 2, MNQ, 3,336 and a quarter. Where is your risk on this, or stop?
Well, this will be a little bit lighter of a risk. I'm risking 26 points, so at 362.25.
62.25. Okay, cool. All right, cool. I'll let you manage this.
Yeah. Just because we've been bouncing off VWAP a bit, I will put a limit buy order in on VWAP at 319 and scan some risk out there and go break even.
Mm-hmm. The ladder, nothing really showing. No size yet. Still got thinner.
Looks like we might get ran through on this one, though. We'll see.
Hold on, David. Come on. Okay, great thought.
I'm not touching it. If it hits my stop, it hits my stop.
I like that. David, when you're trading by yourself, do you talk to yourself? Do you talk to the screen? Do you talk to the markets? Or you just sit
all the time, man. All the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll sit there and talk to myself all the time. What do we think there? And, I like to make if-then statements a lot at the market. So, I'll talk to myself. So, if this happens, if we test this level, what are we thinking? Will I take it short? Will I not? And, I did like this. Yeah, we did take out this small bit of internal liquidity here.
Order filled.
324. But I was still willing to take a jab at the short there.
Hoop, you ever talk to yourself when you're trading?
Yeah, just about 2 minutes ago when I put price orders, and usually I just jump in, but trying to be a little more patient on my location. But yeah, for sure.
You ever swear at yourself, David? Or call yourself nasty names?
No, I try not to. That's actually, like, psychologically wise, I don't think that's good to do, especially when you're trading. You don't call yourself a dummy. Don't get into that. And then you beat yourself up, and you shouldn't. It's one of those things that the only thing we have control of in trading is when we push the button. After that, you just got to let the market do what it does. And if the market stops you out, the market stops you out. I know that I have a trading model that works. And so if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then that's, there's nothing I could physically, mentally, there's nothing I can do about it. So it's been a tough lesson to learn. I used to get really down on myself, but lately I have just been doing, actually, honestly, I've been journaling it out a lot. I put it in my trading journal. And from there, you just got to let it go.
I like that. Kind of just like Be Water, right? Be Water, David? I noticed that's the account name.
Yeah, it is.
Order filled.
So I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee. And that's one of the things that he used to say, is that you have to, make yourself and be water. As a cup, water can conform to, any position, any shape that you put it into. But at the same time, it's one of the strongest substances known to man. It can carve rock, literally. So it's just one of those things that I try to remind myself of, which is exactly why I named the account that is be water. You can react to situations better that way. Mentally, it kind of helps me stay in that position as well. Is just remembering that, I can only conform to the market. I can't honestly break the market. So you got to be water.
Be water, my guy David, bring it. This stuff still in the
Bruce
store.
Lee is 70s legend. Yeah.
Yes. Water.
That one.
809 last trade in the ES.
You trade any other markets besides those two, David, or no?
Not so much. I mean, I will look at them every once in a while, but these are the two that I normally trade. Actually, I started looking at other markets after we had a coaching session with you, and you were talking about cattle and gold and how we should, kind of diversify what we look at, especially with the way the markets have been trading lately. Just because
Order
you might
filled.
not find a setup on ES or NQ doesn't mean they're not there in the other markets. So I've actually been back testing trading gold a little bit.
It's moving too. So
yeah, I haven't taken any live trades on gold. I've only taken some back tests in my practice account.
Be water. I like this. I've got this trade on right now. We have 6 minutes left here in the VIP lounge. We're gonna have you back. I like you. I like your vibe. Use more
thanks, man.
David. Use more David G. Top step. Hey, this trading stuff can get emotional sometimes. But you go watch this trade. All right, so it is March 24th. It is March 24th today. We're gonna do a little history lesson here. We watch this trade play out. So we're bringing Professor Horn. Professor Horn, get in here. Class is here. Everyone's in attendance. No tardies, no detentions. What happened on this day, Eddie?
All right, you got your homework ready? Yeah, let me see.
Order filled.
Okay, all right, bring the dog in tomorrow. Let's hit that gong, magical flea market gong.
And said all that stuff, which is obviously positive. So it's weird.
Pretty much all day, Andre.
It has been, Eddie.
Hey, I did have gold short 80.
We have buyer
At one point. 80% short. That's about it.
We get down to the
We have
60s last trade.
buyers.
20,370. In the 69s. Not yet. Yes.
Okay, now we're down 20 points from the high. Still not that much.
Get it. Till 50-50.
Order filled.
Yeah, man, 3,500
Preparing my
people
bid.
watch all over the. Mohammed, we only have 1,300 likes. Can we get to 1,500 likes, Mo? We've got 3,500 people watching all across the globe right now, Mo. We need 200 more likes to get to 1,500.
It's nothing.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Get there, Mohammed.
Come on. Come on, chat. Let's have some trades on here. We cannot take trades with only 1.4.
Thank you, Mohammed.
Yeah, let's have it.
Oh, I like the little graphic.
These markets, though.
This closed above 20,378 and we got 1.5 likes. I will take this trade.
Yeah.
There
You're
you go,
controlling Mo's account right now.
That's my indicator now. That's my indicator. Yeah, we got it. We got it. Okay.
Well, those longs got stopped. So if those were tight stop longs, they probably got stopped out. 370s held, 5-minute range, tried stretching to the downside, got bid back up. Now we're back within the 5-minute range. Do we go and test 20,400s?
I mean, it's like right there.
I am
too.
long.
So
deep.
I am long, Dolby. I am long.
Oh.
With CYA at 68. My CYA at 68. So if they run the stops in here, that means they are done. Which means they should go to the high. If they come and take my stop again, that means that is not a valid entry.
What's you're in my you're in 3 NASDAQ. Whoa. Okay.
Mo long 3?
Yeah, 3 E-minis. Let's go.
I'm risking 500 only.
Cool.
All right, we'll see if we can get in one.
It's not an A plus trade. It is not an A plus trade.
The look of intensity on Mo.
It's awesome.
Look how
Reversal
intense that
challenge,
man
Mo.
is.
Yes, it is.
All right, we're in
just
371. You said your stop is super tight, right? 68, 50? Oh, damn. Okay.
This is stop run now.
Wait, we're risking 200.
See?
Micro or mini, Dolby?
Mini on this one. If we can get back up to like 380s, we'll reduce risk a little bit.
Okay. What price did we get?
371.50.
Nice.
Thank you.
So yeah, bottom of the 5-minute range. It's a long candlestick though, so we need some help here.
On the
We
hour
got
coming in
10
right now. Push
Well,
it.
here we go. Hey, what's up? New 5-minute candlestick. Come and save the day.
Tilt 50-50.
Leather is wiggling,
Ah,
wiggling,
MOC in
wiggling.
20 minutes.
Thank you, Eddie. You're locked in right now. Power hour.
Thank you, Andre.
30 minutes. Yeah, that's right, Eddie.
Do we see if we hit 400s?
Get it.
Please, Andre.
Yes.
It's an old Jason Statham here.
Favorite golfer.
right.
Announcer voice. Locked in
Jason
here.
Statham here.
20,368.
The MOC in about 20 minutes here.
Come on. Nothing on the wire. Nope. Quiet. Quiet power hour for now.
We need some tweets. We need some tweets.
All day. You got after it all day.
We're just gonna fade back into range. That would be lame. Let's go get 400s.
It's the bottom end of the range.
It is.
Let's take a look. Jay, we got the anything change in the ES delta. Staying strong.
It's not doing too bad. I certainly thought this would sell off a lot faster, at least like 30, 40 points. All right, back in the green on this one.
Push it.
Now I'm looking to buy one more time.
375 last trade. 376.
Yes, catching a bid too, trying to get over 58.17. That would be pretty interesting if that happened.
ES delta minus 8,100. Mo, we got to 1,600 likes. Stay locked in
Nice.
though. Yeah.
We love you people.
How about that?
Yeah.
Jay. See if the squeeze happens in this ES. Fascinated to see
Order
if this does play
filled.
out. No guarantees, of course. 17 minutes till MOC. Let's count long. One mini.
1 mini. Getting crazy over here, Dre.
Yeah, I know.
Like
this up. We had a
the new
plan.
norm, so
Accepted the risk.
Chat said Nvidia is looking weak.
Is that true? Let's take a peek over
Is
there.
that true? Can someone confirm?
Nvidia looking weak.
Yeah,
Nvidia.
we're making lower lows, lower highs right now, but that could change pretty quickly. It'd just be temporary.
Yes, it's a bull flag.
I see that also, Mo.
Jesus. How long does it take to get back to even?
You know, we start getting to 380s, 385s. If we get a bull flag breakout.
Nice.
Yes,
Not
looking
bad
much better
close.
than NASDAQ.
Not bad close. I'm entering long one more time.
Okay.
Yes.
Buyers still
Back.
have control.
Is it my fault?
Long at 20,375.
375.
CYA
3 lot?
at 360.
What I done today?
Yep.
Where-
CYA
Oh,
is
long.
at 10 points risk.
Low, long 3, NQ. 20,375.
Nice.
50 tilt. 16 minutes till MOC.
consistent
time.
trader, we're trying to find that out. We're really not too sure what the catalyst is for this move. Nothing over the wire.
Thought it was tariff news.
Which move?
Yeah, we had tariff news all day.
Oh, that? Yeah.
We get the inverse head and shoulders here.
H. I'm with you, H.
Shampoo.
The other two. A lot of size on these offers in the ES. Gotta get through them. Gonna take some energy to get through them. Gonna take some volume to get through them. If it goes, it's gonna go.
Yep.
Where stops at?
Those buyers are not interested.
Yet.
Not at
Tell
this
me
price.
we're not gonna test the 400s.
Oh, come on. We're so close. We got to get up to 400s, right?
Yeah,
How did we get
seriously.
there?
Yeah. Need to
We get
close
stopped
above
out on
80.
this. Yeah, we do.
Hold it. Yep.
We need to see a higher low. Can we get a higher low, please? Is trying to do a lower low. That's not what we want to see. ES is still making higher lows, though, for now. Come on.
Order filled.
Oh, do you normally trade 3 E-minis?
Sizing up.
Yep.
Okay.
8,367.
And we are out again. I am out again.
Damn. All right, we're barely in. We're barely hanging in this thing.
So those buyers are not convincing.
No, they're not.
They lied to me twice. They show me a signal and they never commit to it.
So rude. Oh, we are still in this trade by just a tick or two.
It's just drifting right now. It's not really going lower. It's not really going higher. Yeah.
Oh, it's getting wiggly though.
Yeah.
All right, we're out.
Out
on that one.
Anytime you say wiggly, what's wiggly?
What is
It's just the dome or the ladder is not moving a lot in terms of quantity of price, but it is just wiggly within like a tight range.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
It might have just gotten stopped by.
Yeah, I know. Seen the ladder dance a little bit when it wiggles. ES.
Wiggle it.
Found its
Order
price.
filled.
58.14 for the ES. Just stuck right now.
We got bottom ticked on that.
Mm-hmm.
Executed 36 3/4. That was the low. Fantastic.
12 minutes till MOC. Power hour. Tight range right now. ES. NASDAQ.
I'm switching back to micros.
Okay. 58.15 ES. We're going to wake up.
ES?
I'm just quoting prices.
Long, third time. Third time I'm long. This is the last time I try.
Third and last time. Okay.
3 lot and Q. What price, Mo?
This time at 371.
371. All right. Yep.
Oops, saying that's why you like ES
signal.
better than NASDAQ. Those damn wicks.
I feel that.
Not wrong, man.
These wicks are. We have 58% or 68% above 20,400. All right. Gonna get that lunch. Thank you, Jay. Delta is unchanged. Minus 8,100 ES. Plus 1,500 NQ.
They are not making it easy on us. They are not.
We're not doing anything right now, Mohammed.
Everybody in the world, they know they are going to the 400. But you know what? It's not easy.
Nope. How do we get there? That is the question. Do we go back down to 20,300, then back up to 400? Or do we just go there right now? Nobody knows. And how much are you willing to risk to find out?
Only 3 times for me.
Still lower highs, lower lows. ES is holding up so much better than NASDAQ is.
Our Q&A kicking off. See if R has anything to say. Last 20 minutes of the power hour. Closing bell 20 minutes. MOC 10 minutes. I don't even have a series 3 here before we get that going. We'll see.
Plastic buyers.
Yes, I mean, come on. Just flatline right now. Incredible.
Really, truly.
Yep.
We're just going to megaphone back into the center of range. That is the question. I hope we get filled on some of these. ES is trying to bid higher, and NASDAQ is trying to bid lower. It's a little bit confusing here.
Q range today. Compared to the previous
So
3-4
far,
weeks,
so
a lot
far,
of
the
nothing. Go ahead,
wooden
Mo.
buyers. Yes.
Uh-huh.
I said, are they wooden buyers so far? Yes. They failed every time. So they failed first time, failed second time, failed third time, fourth time, and now this is the fifth time. We count how many times they try. They try here, we didn't take it. They try here, we didn't take it. They try here, we start to trade it. One more time, one more time. That would be the last one because at that point, sellers would have the control.
I'd really be some, Dre, if we got bottom
Just
ticked
this.
to watch this rally. That would be
Yeah, I would
that'd be
take
sad.
it down, Dolby, if you want this. At 330, if we break this 60, I think we got going to the 330 because all stops obviously now are below this low, are below 58.
All stops are below 58.
Yep. This
Well, our entries are
consolidation here.
52,
We're about to find
54,
out.
56.
Okay.
4,366.
Can you hold up to 30? Can
we
you
hold
hold
to
on
30?
until 30? Yeah. With the
We could
micro,
just
I think
change
you
it.
can.
Yeah, I mean, we can just flip it around. So we start our bid at 350. And then 48s. Let's do that instead then. If you think there's going to be a deeper pullback, we can rearrange this to set it up
Mhm.
lower.
Yep. I think, yeah. That would be much.
Okay. So we'll move it to from 42 evens up to 50. And that way we should be able to get a
Yeah.
stop down to 330s if need be. So we're trying to buy basically the middle of the range, hoping that this will get some people stopped out and then rally to the upside. Yes.
And
still
Q
holding up.
minus 9K delta. Trying to hold it, trying to stay up. Still trying to sell
You
it.
say minus?
Yep, minus 9K. ES.
Oh, ES. I thought you said NQ.
Yep.
I was like, what? What changed?
Oh, we see that. Good to go. Let's roll.
Man, it's a sneaky, weird Monday. It feels more like a Friday than it does a Monday.
Did you know it's National Sneaky Weird Monday? Did you know
I
that? Wow.
did not know that, Eddie.
Oh,
National, yeah. National Sneaky Weird. Good call.
I knew there was something in the air.
Yeah, something is in the air. That being said, hey, Gabe, is anything in the air right now before the party gets started? We got 7 minutes till MOC.
Oh, you know it.
Bam, just like that. Let's go.
There it is.
Alrighty. Let's
stay locked
go
in.
ahead and put up the question for today. Investor would buy foreign currency futures if all the following take place in that country except A, good economic news from that country. B, the stock market in that country rises. C, the large discovery of oil or gold in that country. Or D, government is replaced by a new regime.
D.
Mm-hmm.
Right, getting long.
Foreign currency.
Yeah, I think I like.
Yeah,
I don't
D
know.
is a dog.
I'm gonna go with
This is
D.
my least favorite
D for dog.
question.
Poll
Is it
is
D? I'll go with
up.
D. I
You
believe in
wouldn't want
Andre.
to touch anything if there was a new regime right away.
Yeah, not bullish. Not bullish on that country with the regime change. At least it's uncertainty.
Oh, ES broke up to the upside a little bit.
Yeah.
Couple
Had a
more
buddy that
seconds. I
came
know the
home
market's
from,
moving.
I will go with B.
B is in boy.
B, huh?
Order
If stock
filled.
market rises, so everybody would buy that currency, that country currency, to participate in that stock market.
All right. Order filled. Go ahead and take the poll down.
Wait.
Run this answer real fast and I'll get you back to the market.
Yeah.
Your answer is D.
Oh.
Nice.
I had a buddy when I was at the VFW coming back from Hussein, and he gave me an envelope. I'm like, "What's in the envelope?" He goes, "Go ahead, it's for you. There's a bunch of Saddam Hussein money." I was like, "Whoa, cool. It was worth it." I tell you, it was
Exactly.
worth it,
I mean,
deadly.
Order filled.
If you bought that Iraqi dinar on Saddam Hussein, I mean, you have nothing now.
Nothing, yeah.
Thought we were gonna go there, Dolby. During the series 3, we got 4 minutes till MOC. Is the squeeze on in the ES?
Oh no, it's going to take MOC. But yeah, you're right, Trey. ES is doing a much better job here of pushing higher. We broke out of the 5-minute range, which was at 58.16 and 3/4. Now we're trading at 58.17, 58.18. Can we get to those 58.20s in the ES? And if we do, it's going to take the NASDAQ with it. ES is looking sharp today.
This rejection from the 80s is not good.
Rejection both sides, Mo. Upside and downside. Just ranging right now. So
we might be waiting for MOC. Kind of has
4
that
minutes.
vibe to it.
Coming in 4 minutes there.
You can wait 4 minutes. Why not?
We got it.
Yeah, why not?
Eddie, MOC goes ES, NQ, then YM, correct? In that order?
You are correct, sir. Yes. And then our Mag 7. ES, NQ, Dow, Mag 6.
Jay, he did not have a feel one way or another. Typically, Friday. It seems like Fridays he has a better feel on what MOC might bring. 17. A lot of orders on the offer in the NQ. Or I'm sorry, ES ladder. ES ladder.
Still pushing.
Yes, it is.
That's why we're split screen.
Hey.
Click like, follow, and subscribe. Please click subscribe. We're getting closing at 153,000 subscribers.
Trey, we need 20 subscribers. 20 new people have to be in chat, right? Just please click the subscribe button. Please.
If you have not subscribed, shame on you.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's
these
go.
offers are trading.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. ES.
Order filled.
There we go. We finally
rooting for ES.
Come on.
Rooting for NASDAQ.
Trader of the world. It took me forever to make 100.
I have a feel for today.
Like $100 bucks. Was pathetic, man.
Tune in on Friday.
Trading.
All right, here we go. 58.20.
Trading this is good because he holds his weight for sure.
New highs. 58.1.
This is. If you want to know how to trade, you've got to do this.
Feels like it.
You got to do this.
You're in a great spot right now. We got.
Bring your account down to freaking 148 and start here. Start here. That's it. One trade. One.
I tried 3 times. So.
Oh, that's true. It took you a couple of times.
We
now? Got it. You're in there now.
We are in 49. Let me fix this up. One more.
58.22 half.
NASDAQ did hit new highs. 93s.
So I can see the damn numbers. They were kind of small.
Yes, in the
I got one target at 399. At 399 is my first takeout, and then I will trail the rest.
ES and Dow in my 15-minute candlesticks. You could superimpose both of those and they'd look the same.
Same.
Same, yeah.
ES
Stairway
Delta
to heaven.
minus 6,900 now. Still hasn't flushed them all out just yet. We got MOC coming in here in about 60 seconds.
Oh boy.
Those stops. Keep trying now. It's minus 7,500.
So we're in. We're even.
Oh, you taking this
We're positive. And now we just gotta hold on to whatever we have.
Okay.
55.
I will not accept a loss in this one.
Let's go, Mo. 30 seconds.
We're flat, Dolby.
Yeah, I mean, we tried, Dre. We couldn't get filled at the 50s, and we got bottom ticked on our one NASDAQ long.
Yeah, we might get some fireworks here.
Hope so.
15 seconds. 15 seconds. ES Delta minus 7,500. Shorts keep trying, keep hitting the bid.
10 seconds.
We hit
Here we
400s.
go, boys.
We hit 400s off of MOC.
All right. Mr. Nonick is beeping already.
Order
Here you go,
filled.
Mr. Nonick. All right, NASDAQ. We're going to do the S&P 738 buy side, 177 buy side NASDAQ, sell side 134, and Mag 752. These are in millions. One more time here. S&P 822 million buy side NASDAQ 196 million, Dow 128 sell side, and Mag 7 40 million sell side. Remember, these are always moving, so I'm going to keep an eye on this, see if we get any big fluctuations. Back to you, Andre.
All right, Eddie. ES was buy side, NQ buy side, YM sell side, correct?
Sell side, Mag 7 sell side. I'm sorry if I confused you.
No, all good, all good. I know those numbers coming in hot.
Very light.
Was those numbers may change?
Okay. Good news. I'm still in.
Wow. Did you move your stop for MOC then, Mo? Did you lower it and bring it back
I
up
moved
again?
my stop to point of entry at 71.
Damn, Mo.
25. So it was a risk-free trade. Whether it's go to my direction or I will be like, no, I mean, same as I didn't take that trade.
You're going to be like Tony and just hold 15 lots into close?
Man, how about that? We see
I
Tony
will
tomorrow.
do that. I will do that.
Tony joining us in Fast Markets tomorrow. Very excited for that.
Uncle Tony.
Point and a half off the highs here in the ES.
We get
Muhammad is
400s already.
Yep.
No, price didn't go below that. The low at MOC was 72 and my stop at 71.25.
Oh, you know what, Mo? Micro NASDAQ did go below. Micro NASDAQ went
Really?
to 366.
Yeah. This is one reason why I don't like the micros. It goes to extremer than the NQ.
Wow, even more extreme?
Especially during the news and MOC and opening.
Delta negative Delta keep growing. Minus 8,300 now in the ES, right up at the highs. Will they get squeezed? Will they get squeezed? Or will we just go sideways
buyers.
into the close? Come on, buyers.
Come
Where you at?
buyers that we have.
Come on, Mohammed. You know, just like that.
They have to run everyone's stops.
Right, both ways.
Yeah. No one should be happy.
Order filled.
No one's allowed to be happy trading NASDAQ. It's the number one rule of NASDAQ. No one's allowed to be happy.
And I'm out.
Well, the Mag 7 has gone positive here.
What, positive?
119 million. Yeah, Mag 7.
Getting our orders back
119
in.
million. Yeah.
Come on.
This is confusing. Sellers are
S&P cooling
resilient.
off just a little bit.
Order
Nothing
filled.
to write home about yet.
All right, we have bids in at 360, 56, 52, 50, and 48.
Okay. 60. All right. 6.5 minutes left in the power hour closing bell. Another injection of liquidity here in about 60 seconds. Might get the markets moving. Coach Jay says, see what happens the last 5 minutes. Yeah, they might win this one,
We're
Jay.
so close. 8.5 points away from 400. Really? Really?
I'm not going to get there. Really?
They didn't even break that high.
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
This
With
thin
some offers?
NASDAQ does whatever the hell it wants. Look at this thing.
There's some offers there. Yes, or NASDAQ. What did the trick there?
Long again.
Again.
Long again.
I get a stop out. You get a stop out. Look at this rally.
Order
What's
filled.
going on right now?
Mag
What is it,
7,
Jay?
300 million buy
Holy
side.
bullshit.
Oh, with buy side? son of a.
Yeah, it's getting a little stronger here
And
by
squeeze is
That's
not.
Meg 7.
Wow.
400.
Oh, here we go.
My
Here we go.
profit
Here we go.
there.
S&P 1
Order
billion
filled.
800 million buy side. NASDAQ 1 billion 859 million buy side. And MOC went 900 million buy side. So we're screaming buy side here, folks.
And get ready for another one right here in boom. Liquidity, man.
We're almost 2 billion. There we go. 2 billion in the NASDAQ buy side.
We're left in the dust, Rick. We're left in the dust.
Yeah.
Mm.
Follow through.
Okay,
Yeah.
now do we reject? Is that what's going on now? We got our 400s. Now we're
The sellers. Look
happy.
at this.
Everyone's happy now.
Okay, boys, let's do it.
Yeah, this one. Tell me, Jay. Coach Jay, you tell me, man.
All right, S&P has gone 2 billion.
Whoa.
This is just a no trade. Yep.
That's not. I got nothing.
Yeah, it's squeezed in.
I mean, we had a 50-pointer in our pocket, but got ticked on it.
Mo, you still in? Mo flat. Mo flat. Yeah.
I'm still in one contract only.
Oh, still in one. Okay.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, I recovered 600 out of 1,500.
32.
Will do, Danielle. Will do. I got you, Danielle. Pin to the top of the chat.
Ooh, what's there, Andre?
We got the coaching giveaway. Exclusive to 3-part series with VIP coach of your choice, technical analysis, risk management, and mindset. That really appreciate it. 150,000 subscribers. All right, if we want to do hashtag Power Hour, let's do it now. And we'll see what happens going into the close. So if we're good, let's rock it.
Way to go, Kristen. Congratulations.
Good job.
Passed her first 100K combine.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome.
Good job indeed.
Order filled.
Way to go, girlfriend. Way to
The
go.
wrong way.
He's got the outro.
Oh, and another thing too, Andre, with this
Yeah, what do you got?
this group coaching giveaway, you can pick your own coach.
That's right. That is right.
You can pick any one of the 11 coaches we have.
Very,
Oh,
very
this is
cool.
gonna be fun. This is very cool.
One hell of a close. One hell of a close on this Power Hour. Man, oh man.
Difficult day. Whole lot of nothing. And then the last 5-10 minutes, finally get something.
Even if you have the correct bias, it's difficult to make money out of this market today.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're green, be happy and lock it out. And
like, where would we be right now if we didn't get a Trump tweet?
I don't know.
Holding patterns.
48.
We had 4 years to that, right?
Oh,
Trump
no.
Uh-huh.
There
Now
was
we
a
got
48.
more than we need.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Wicks, yes.
you know,
Wicks
I
everywhere.
tell you, like I was told, it's like you're a trader. You know, God forbid
41.
disaster happens, you're here to trade. You know, you can't
right.
save the world.
41.
You are a trader. That is your job.
50, 50, 50.
See setup, take setup.
That's right. 90 seconds till the close. All right, let's rock it into this
All right,
thing.
Jay.
Let's
Let's
go.
do
Let's
it.
rock it, baby. 90 seconds.
Real quick, I got a few. I got Filthy Trading Day 8 on my funded account with TopStep down $2,800 after today's loss, but requested $700 payout. So a way to pay yourself. You know, we all have bad days, so bounce back, man. Filthy. Appreciate the submission. We got John. John took a 5K payout, first 5K payout ever. Hope to keep it coming. Thanks, TopStep. Thank you, John. Congratulations. Starboy, another green day in the books, trading with TopStep TV, Coach Dakota. 4,500 in the account today. Nice job, Starboy. We got F11 trading by Picasso, working on getting better last week's stats. 2 payouts in March, looking to make my way to a third.
Oh, you
F11. Last but not least, we got Trader Nurse locked out for the day.
Fucker!
On 5 times 150K combines. It's like 2,900 across.
Order filled.
Ay, ay, ay.
That's it. Back to you guys for the close.
Awesome. Thank you, Gabe. All right, 30 seconds into this close. Above, below, 20,400. Last trade, 20,380 in the NQ. Mo, Go long,
I'm
Mo.
out.
Mo is out.
No, I'm out.
Mo is out.
Minus $600 today.
Ah, man, he
Oh,
tried though.
nice.
Okay.
I mean, look at
Tried.
this. Yeah, Dolby, we
This is
tried
tough.
indeed.
This is
Great
tough.
Monday.
Wah,
No.
There's our
wah.
400 rejection. This is much more of
Wow.
a
Look at my
failed moves
stop.
come fast moves.
Hey,
Touch 400s, roll over 30 points real fast.
the sellers. Shout out to the sellers in the ES, man. Resilient as hell.
What is this?
The Delta. Thought they were gonna get it. All right, there goes the bell. Man, oh man, that was tricky.
There it is. And here it is.
Movement. There was movement. There wasn't a lot of movement. Anyways, shout out to Mohammed. Thank you so much. Saw him in opening call. Also, Dolby Time. Great job today. Love that morning recap debut. Also, to all the bell to bellers hanging with us all day, every day. Shout out to you, as well as all the subscribers. With that being said, I'm gonna throw it to my main man, Eddie. Eddie, awesome job on the news today, as well as lunchbox rating. That was fantastic. Anyways, Eddie, take us out.
I had a blast. I had fun. Ah, my goodness. Friends and family, teammates. I hope you had a good day today. I really hope you did. There's much more coming up this week. We got a lot of cool stuff coming up here. And just want to take a look into tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, we've got a number coming out before we log on. We're going to get here about 7:20 Central. All right. If you don't know what time that is, it's 3 o'clock right now, 3:01 p.m. here in Chicago. We go Central Time. There's going to be a 7 o'clock number that I think might be some meat on the bone. We got building permits at 7 a.m. So that number is going to come out, hit the wire. Just want to make sure you know about it in case you got a position on. 7:30, we don't have a number, but 7:40, Kugler will be speaking.
Order filled.
Kugler. We got a red book at 7:55, 8 o'clock. House pricing index. We've got 8 o'clock HPI composite. Could be a big number. Also at 8:05, FOMC member Williams will be speaking. We have a 9 o'clock. Now, these are the numbers that are going to be a little bit more attention pulling here. We got to pay attention here at 9 o'clock. We got the consumer confidence for March, and we also got new home sales for February. Okay, Richmond manufacturing numbers are coming out. Also, 12 o'clock high noon, we got a 2-year note auction. And let's see here. I think a little later on, Williams will be speaking again. Don't forget about that API weekly food stock. Later that
Order
evening.
filled.
That's what we got here. But let's take a look and see what we've got on the Top Step TV menu for tomorrow. All right, tomorrow's going to be Tuesday. We're already the 25th here. 25th of the month. My goodness. Be here at 7:20 in the morning. I got Coach Hoop and I got Coach Jay going to be joining me. And we'll see what kind of trades we can get for the early morning, if there are any. Fast markets. We got Andre, Jack, Coach Dakota, and Tony S. is going to be with us. Morning recap. We'll see if it is that one. Raul is going to be here with Rising Star. Second day of Rising Star. We had David G with us today, and boy, he shed some light like you couldn't believe. Great trader, great young trader with a great mindset. Lunchbox Trading, join me. Yes, I'm going to be driving again. We got Coach Jack Sr., Hoop, Mick. We're going to be talking to Jack Sr.'s VIP update and the Hoop with his VIP update. Coming up in one, Jesse K will be joining Coach Dakota and Coach J for Back to the Futures. And to end the day, Power Hour. We got the dynamic duo with Johnny D. Johnny D coming up here playing a little Power Hour with us. So, today is Monday. Do not go anywhere because coming up here next, I don't want you to miss this, is at the buzzer. Coach Jay, Coach Jay who's been with us a lot of segments here today. He's going to be with
So
Coach
we
Jay,
lost
who's
60
also been
bucks
with us here
in the last few
segments here
minutes.
today. So,
I should have
doing here in just a few minutes.
clicked on
Stick
this
around at the buzzer.
30-minute
Coach Jay
lockdown,
and Coach
just
Paul.
like that.
And
Boom.
after that, if
No
you
more
can,
trading on
package
this.
stuff
That's
and
what I
get
should
to
have done
Discord
when
channel
this
with
wasn't
Coach
here.
Hoop, Coach
But I
Ray,
didn't.
and Coach Vince will be starting their segments at 4:30 p.m. Central Time. Yes, we got Coach Hoop at 4:30, Coach Ray at 6, Coach Vince at 7, and do not forget for Coach Dakota. Slow markets tonight back here on our YouTube channel at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Coach Dakota with slow markets. So let's get ready for tomorrow. I want you to stay safe, stay healthy. Remember, stick around. This isn't over yet. Not over yet. So stick around. Coach Jay and Coach Paul will be here in just a few. But as for me, until we meet again, this has been Top Step TV.
Order
I'm Eddie Gordon.
filled.
You have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care.